morning, Father Thomas.
Hey, hello, morning, Joseph. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you this wonderful morning?
Look, I know you look so different today.
Why?
Because of your shave.
Oh, I think the shave was a sign that, it's a sign of hope for me.
Yeah, right.
The beard was like a quarantine lockdown phase, but
it seems that you look much better with the beard, and people also are telling the same thing.
yeah, I gotta. Maybe I should grow it back.
I think
Maybe
you can have it.
I think you should
days.
grow a beard.
I'm also trying that one, but we can find someone a gray one.
Yeah, but it has to be a long one, like a wise Indian sage type beard.
Yeah, that's true. It looks like that. Good. We'll try.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our first weekly parish briefing. We figured this would be a good way to keep you up to date on updates from both the parish and the diocese. And this is the first time we do it, so hopefully it's successful and it's helpful to you as the faithful Catholic of St. Paul the Apostle Parish. We like to begin by saying, the last 2 Sundays we were actually able to open the church in the middle of this coronavirus pandemic.
That is true. We are so happy to see some of you coming to the church for a private prayer, as well as to participate in the adoration of the Blessed Sacrament. And some of you, our parishioners, took the advantage of situation for going for reconciliation. It was very happy to see that people do that one. And people observed the rules and regulations. They had the mask and they keep the distance, and they used the sanitizer and everything when they get in and get out. And they took the bulletins and the palms and everything. It was very nice to see, and the people they were all really praying very well. And so it was very nice, beautiful occasion to see everyone.
It was extremely, extremely prayerful.
Yeah, right.
I was really touched when I left the confessional and saw how many people were there and the silence and the distance that was being kept.
Yeah.
Thanks be to God. So my understanding is that this is phase 1 of the Archdiocesan reopening plan, is to open churches for private prayer and confession as we did. What is phase 2 and phase 3 of the Archdiocesan plan?
Yeah, in the second phase, we are allowed to have the daily mass with a limited number of people, as well as the funerals with a limited number of people, and also keeping all the rules and regulations, the mask and the distance and everything, all those things. And then the third phase, when it is ready, we will be able to have the Sunday masses at the same time with a limited number of people, keeping all the rules and regulations, then for all the phases.
Now, do people have the obligation to attend Sunday Mass when we enter into phase 3?
During this coronavirus situation, the Cardinal has already dispensed the parishioners from the attending Sunday Masses, because of the situation they cannot. So those who can, they can attend online, the live stream Masses, and that is a great help for us.
So someone who feels vulnerable or who's ill or who has underlying conditions, who doesn't feel comfortable going to church or going out, as Catholics, it's okay for them to stay home and pray at home, right?
Yeah, that's right. It is. And also some of the people watch the TV, like EWTN, and there are channels from other TV stations and everything. And people are dispensed from attending the Sunday Mass in the church.
Now, speaking of live stream Mass, we've been doing Mass here at St. Paul, 7:30 in the morning in English, 7:30 p.m. in Spanish.
Yeah.
Now, we've kind of been doing it on our own. We've been doing all the readings, the Psalms, sometimes even singing on our own. I don't know if people have liked it or they haven't. But it's my understanding that we can have some help live streaming these Masses. We can have up to 10 people in the church to help with the camera, maybe some singers, maybe some lectors. Is that true? Is that possible?
Yeah, that is true.
Even now, even before we start phase 2?
Yeah, phase 2, we can have that one. That is very nice to have some people to help us. What happened is that we say the Mass and there is no one to respond. So we have to say the same thing, answering and everything is, we have to do the same thing. We two priests do the same thing. So if we can get some lectors, camera technicians or the singers, so altar service, adult altar service, it will be a great help for us so that the Mass can be of it in a better situation.
And if somebody would like to participate and help in the Mass, what's the best way for them to contact us?
Just to call the rectory, contact me or Father Joseph, and we'll do the needful.
I hope we get a lot of phone calls.
I hope so. Yeah, we like to have it.
And we'll keep it limited to under 10 people
Yeah.
who can help with the live streaming of Mass and also to be able to be present every once in a while.
Yes.
And we'll do our best to space it out for anyone who's interested in coming to Mass to help with that.
We like to have the people, in case the people come, we like to have different people so that different people will be able to participate in the Mass.
Wonderful.
Including the priest, maximum 10 people can be.
Now, what about the funerals? We've had quite a bit of funeral burials these past few weeks as a parish community. We continue to pray for all those families who have lost a loved one. It's been an extremely difficult time. And can you just speak a little bit about the situation with funerals and what we hope to do for those families? And
Yeah, and for the funerals, we are not allowed to have any Mass or anything else in the church.
right now in phase
Right
one.
now. So we go to the cemetery for a committal service, and different funeral homes call us for a service, and we are very happy to go and comfort and console the family members, and we meet them, although keeping the distance with the mask and everything, and we pray for them, and we are thinking of having a memorial Mass for all the deceased or separately
Mhm.
when things are becoming better.
So once we're
situation.
past the coronavirus, those families can all gather and have a memorial Mass
Yeah.
for their loved one,
Yeah,
where the whole family can gather.
that can gather, yes,
Wonderful,
like that. That's
wonderful. What's been happening with the staff? I know some churches have been struggling financially. Ours has, thanks be to God, we have generous parishioners who have continued
Yeah,
to bring
right.
the collection to the door. What's been happening with our own staff? What have they been working here the whole time? Have there been layoffs?
Yeah, due to this financial crisis, we laid off our parish staff, rectory staff, and now we are in a better situation.
Mhm.
We got some fund from the government,
Mm-hmm.
and we are rehiring our parish, our rectory staff,
Mm-hmm.
and we start again. the work
Wonderful,
and everything.
wonderful. It was wonderful this past Saturday to see.
Yeah, we are very
Uh,
happy that we are able to get something.
Yeah, yeah. And it's good to start seeing people back and life somewhat coming back.
Yeah, and the same
To
way, I
normal.
like to say thank our parishioners for they were so generous and supportive to the parish as well as to the priest. They come and call us, and then how are you? Are you okay? You have enough food and everything. You need any help and everything. It is so good feeling we have that our parishioners never forget us in this situation. They are always with us. As Jesus said, do not be afraid, I will be with you. Yes, Jesus is with us through our parishioners.
Amen. Amen. Absolutely.
That's right.
We've eaten pretty well during this
That's
quarantine.
right, yes,
Not
right.
only because of the food that they brought, but our cooking skills have
Yeah,
been
that is so true.
increased a bit.
I think both of us are the best chefs in the city.
I think so too. That's a bold statement, though. I don't want to offend anybody out there.
Yeah, right.
We have some pretty good restaurants in Jersey City.
Yeah, right. But we cook every day. Every day we take our train. Most of the time, Father Joseph is a non-veg cooking, and I am the vegetarian, and I cook all the vegetables and everything. But we share. We are so happy, and to share our food and everything, cook and cleaning, everything is done by us. And yeah, that's like a training period.
Yeah. We're like missionaries again.
Yeah, we are back missionaries. Yeah, in the mission field.
The what else is going on online? We're going to do these weekly parish briefings, but I guess I'll share this. The Spanish Faith Formation on Monday at 6:45 p.m. So anyone who speaks Spanish is welcome to join us Monday night live stream 6:45 p.m. For a Faith Formation class. Perhaps we can do something in English at some point. For
Yeah,
those
I was
interested.
thinking of doing something in beginning of June, like at least once or twice a week,
Mhm.
maybe in the evening time. It's like a talk. It's not anything a class or anything. It's like a simple talk about some certain topics. So those who cannot come every time, if they can enter into that topic
Yeah.
anytime when you want, because it will be each time will be different topics, so it is easy.
And maybe we can invite other speakers too, so it's not just me and you all the time.
Yeah,
And
right.
different speakers to speak on a different topic, which
Yeah,
I think
that's
would
right.
be a way to stay connected with the parish and with our faith locally. I mean, I know there's a lot of good stuff out there. There's Bishop
right,
Robert Barron and EWTN and all these resources that people can stay in touch with their faith, but it's nice to have a local flavor
Yes,
as
our
well.
own. Yeah, right, that's right.
Now, what's going on with the sacraments, baptisms, First Communion? I'm sure many of the people watching on Facebook saw our First Communion video.
Yeah.
What's happening with First Communion, baptisms, confirmation?
For baptism, of course, when it is already time for this to take up all the baptisms, and will be happy to have the sacrament of baptism. I think that will be in the second phase. I think second phase.
I don't remember
Oh,
when
okay.
baptisms begin.
Begin
What
second
phase
phase or-
specifically?
Yeah, we are not.
We'll let you know
We will let you know.
when baptisms can start again.
Yeah, right, that's right. And also the first communion and the confirmation. We like to have this first communion and for the confirmation sacrament administered the earliest possible date. So we are just waiting from some green signal from the diocese, so that we will be able to let you know and make all the arrangements needed for this.
And my understanding is once the church reopens for good, so once we're past the 3-phase plan and we're reopened, you have the right to administer confirmation within a period of 2 months.
Yeah,
So
that's
within
right.
2 months after the church reopening, the bishop has given you orders where you can, as pastor of this church, administer the sacrament of confirmation.
Yeah, that's we are all the pastors or the dispensation to administer the sacrament of confirmation
Wonderful.
within the duration of 2 months.
So we'll do it as soon as possible. We'll
Yes.
plan it as soon as possible, as soon as the church reopens.
Yeah, right, that's right.
Even though our parishioners have been very generous in bringing their own envelopes, a lot of parishes today have moved towards online giving and the possibility to give their donation and their contribution to the parish online on a regular basis through credit card or bank account. Can you speak a little bit about what this parish is looking to do?
Yeah, this parishioners were also requesting, and we were also, Joseph, and we were talking about this one, instead of giving using these envelopes, and we can have a online giving, and which is very convenient, especially in this modern world, modern time, and that is very, very convenient for the people. So people were calling us to have this set up for online banking, online giving, the contributions and everything. So we are trying our best to have it done as soon as possible, and when it is ready, we will let you know about that.
Wonderful. And lastly, today is Memorial Day.
Yes, together with all the people in the country, we are celebrating the Memorial Day and also the beginning of the summer.
Yeah,
right.
Unofficially.
Are you going to have any barbecue or something?
I
like
might
that?
have a social distance barbecue by myself
Okay, that's right.
in the backyard over there.
Okay.
If the grill works, sometimes I have to kick it to get it to
Oh,
work.
that's
but
right. Of course, the weather is good. I think today is
Yeah.
good. It looks like very nice
I
weather.
hope so. And now over to John for weather. Just kidding.
So, and together with the Parish Joseph and Deacon Frank Gonzalez and the entire staff at St. Paul's, I wish you everyone a safe and happy and joyful Memorial Day celebration. God bless you and God bless America.
Amen.